Yeah. Hold on.
Most anticlimactic start ever.
Ha! Joke's on you. It already started. And I peeked my microphone. We're off to a great start.
Welcome to the Creator Network podcast.
No, it's not called that anymore.
What's it called now?
This is
Dadcast?
Wow, I peeked my mic twice, and we're like 12 seconds in.
Oh my God.
Fun to listen to and to edit.
Oh, it's editing. You know, I've got a compressor. It's all right. It should be all right. So, hello, listeners. This is episode 1 of the Roundtable. It's the 3rd season of the CN podcast. We just decided to name it something different because we changed the format so much.
I find it interesting that Mark had to straight away tell us that, he peaked early.
Yeah. Yes. Oh! which is also true. The podcast peaked in season 2. I'm calling it now.
Well, we can't top the bag of dicks, man.
Well, that's true. And already the bag of dicks is back. We are a minute 13 seconds in, and the bag of dicks has made a return. Okay. So for the listeners out there, all 40 of you, this is the difference between season 3 and season 2. A, it's a different show now. B, we don't do the interviews anymore. That's a different show. Go watch James Autumn's Spotlight show. It was uploaded before this one. It's on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's pretty cool.
It sucks.
You haven't listened to it.
Damn.
You don't know that. You don't know until you watch it. So give us watch time. And then,
I agree.
Then make up your mind.
It's also bad and haven't listened to it.
Yeah, so listen to it, and then once you give us your watch time, then you can make an opinion. All right. And,
I'm sorry, there was a snooze fest going on. What was that?
Yeah, that. All right. So how about we get right into it? You guys want to introduce yourselves because it's only been like almost a year. Let's just go top to bottom like we always did.
All right.
I'm EZPZ. Also, well, that's my handle anyway. Ty Harper, voice actor. Just part of the show here with these guys. I come in just to make, smart ass comments and strange noises.
He's also a big nerd.
Indeed.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm Heayn. Hello. I do things sometimes, and I'm currently trapped in Mark's basement. Help me.
It's a crawl space, not a basement. Get it right.
Help me.
No.
I am Wade, the most loyal member of this your channel, and I'm on the podcast for what, second time now? Third time?
I think most people have been on like once or twice, yeah.
What is this, like my 4th time or something?
I think you might be right with that, actually. I think that's right on the money.
I am just here, and I'm happy to be here, so.
Yeah, the name Roundtable actually came about just because it was like the same 4 people for like the last 3 episodes. But yeah, so basically the plans for this were made all the way back last November. It's taken us until now to get up and running again. That's my fault. But, we're here now. And we don't have a chat topic. So who wants to come up with one of those real quick?
It feels good to be
I
back.
have one.
Oh, yeah? What's that, Ty?
So the other day I was talking with LeWade.
Okay.
We were chit-chatting about something else entirely, but he just asked me out of the blue. He says, hey, have you seen the latest episode of Hot Ones? It had Stone Cold Steve Austin on it. Now, I don't know if you guys know what Hot Ones is.
No, yeah, I just watched that episode today.
Yeah, it's a great. And I had seen it in my queue. I hadn't actually watched it yet. I happen to like Hot Ones. Hot Ones, for those who don't know, is a YouTube channel where they do this episode where they interview famous celebrities, writers, directors, and people that should be famous. Now, while they're eating
them.
Yeah, while they're eating hot wings. And the hot wings, they have like 10 different hot sauces that they make the hot wings with. Each one hotter and hotter, up to 2 million Scovilles or whatever it is. Scovilles, yeah. Which is that's like drinking paint thinner while your house is on fire. It's just incredibly hot.
That sounds like an average Tuesday morning for me.
incredibly hot. So, and you get to see their reactions. But actually, some of the interviews are really, really great. The interviewer guy, he does his homework, he does his research for the people he's interviewing, and it's pretty great show on YouTube to watch. But I did go see it the next night and watched that episode of Hot Ones with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I have to say it was great. You guys, I recommend you watching it. Even if you haven't watched the other ones, that one's a great one.
You hear that, everybody? Go watch a different show. Stop listening to this and go and watch something else.
It was a topic. Hey, it's in my list of topics.
Yeah, get out of here while you still can. It's only downhill from here. We are in 5.5 minutes in, and it's already gone to shit, which is exactly how we wanted it to go. So,
but I will definitely confirm this. The guy lives up to his name. He was stone cold until the end. And then we have a same show with Mr. Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
I haven't seen his episode yet.
Yep, I recommend you do. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Let's just say he can't handle it very well.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I heard white people can't really handle spice anyway, so you know.
Oh, I wouldn't eat those damn things. No way. No.
I would try it. I actually have contemplated just buying the 2 million Scoville one just to see how hot it really is.
Just start at the bottom and work your way down.
Please film it for us when you do it, please. We ought to have a podcast where you do that. You're filming yourself and we're listening. Right?
What is it? It's like the hottest hot sauce on the planet now.
Yeah, I believe so. Or I don't know what the name of it is. Yeah.
I think it's just called The Last Dab.
We'll upload it to the CNCP channel with no context. It'll be our most viewed video for no reason.
Yeah, I know how it's going to end up. It'll end up with him screaming and crying with his head in a tub of water.
I apologize in advance for my loud ass keyboard.
Nah, man.
Have you guys ever seen the one chip challenge?
Yes, I have. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's where they got the one Doritos chip that's got instead of normal nacho stuff on it, it's got nacho powder that's got the Ghost Reaper pepper stuff on it, super, super hot.
Yeah.
There was a YouTube clip I saw one time. It was a couple of TV personality people, news people, and it was a female sports anchor, I think, and one of the anchors for the show.
Yeah, and the female.
She eats it. She's like,
so better.
So a little better. Salt, this guy's fucking crying and making
so funny to watch.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh my, he must have hated it. Oh, and he was yelling at her and getting mad at her.
Yeah, it's like, so funny
because she's grinning at him and he knows he's like, you should quit. It's not funny. Actually, it's quite hilarious, and our audience, I'm sure, is loving this.
Yeah,
it comes in a little coffin box.
Yeah, coffin.
It's amazing.
That's funny.
I should take a look at that. Thank you.
I should get that and The Last Dab and put The Last Dab on.
Oh my goodness!
And then die on screen.
I actually got a pack of Gordon Ramsay hot sauces for Christmas a couple years ago, and they've just been sitting in my cupboard this entire time. I've never opened them.
Well,
they're Hell's Kitchen branded hot sauces. Oh, you want to make some good content?
How?
I'm gonna get them out of my cupboard and I'm gonna test them here live on air.
Oh god!
Talk about some bullshit while I go grab some.
On Hot Ones. Yeah.
So Mark is gonna die.
I don't actually have any food to consume this hot sauce with.
Just eat it raw.
That's the plan. I mean, I could
fucking raw.
It's fucking raw.
I could heat up like a hot dog or something, but that's
boil
effort.
An egg?
Disgusting.
Boil an egg.
I mean, I could boil an egg, but that seems like it would take
boiled
even
eggs,
longer.
Boiled eggs and hot sauce. Oh, that's a lethal combination.
Depending on the kind of hot dog you have, you can just eat it raw.
I'd rather not, though.
It'll just be cold.
Yeah, that's gross. That's nasty, man.
You're not gonna be able to taste the hot dog.
May I propose something? Before we let Mark indulge in his suicidal tendencies, may we have a few more topics to work with? I think that would be suitable. Yes?
I agree with that.
All right. Earlier on, we were discussing Family Guy and Simpsons.
Oh yeah, this is the pre-show.
So, a question: are all of you guys from US?
Yes, I am at least.
All right.
I don't know about Ty and Mark. They might be from somewhere else.
I am from the planet Epsilon.
Mark, where are you from, Mark?
All right, we got 5 of them here.
Mark was.
We got 5 Ramses.
Are you from the United States of America, Mark?
I sure am. I'm a Pennsylvanian.
Oh, same.
I mean,
Wonderful.
currently Pennsylvanian. I'm from Florida, so that's where this idea came from.
Here's something that I noticed, and first question I have for you guys is: how much South Park lately?
Can you say again? You cut out for me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, apologize.
You're right.
I wanted to ask, how much did you watch South Park lately?
I've kind of just given up on the show after its like 15th season. It started going kind of boring for me personally.
The last episode I watched, I was binging the what was at the time the latest season. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I just remember the season finale. It was like it was a message about gun violence. That's all I remember.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It was. I remember. I liked the season, but I just haven't really been into television since then in general. Yeah. So, as an extension of that, I just haven't really seen South Park.
See, the thing I've noticed about South Park, why I'm asking this question in the first place, is I've noticed that the latest episodes focus on things happening in the U.S. in general, and I find it hard to understand. I'm from U.S. I find it hard to understand.
They definitely focus on it a little too much. I think it's a part of the reason why, because the political messages they used to bring up in the older seasons were more digestible to everyone.
It was more of a universal thing, and then they kind of dialed it in a bit.
Yeah, it feels a little like they're running out of gas too. It's starting to have that like Simpsons effect too.
Like, to say, South Park is getting too political is stupid, because it's always been a political show.
It's always been political.
Yeah, like that's like my least favorite part of gamer culture is the whole political bad, because like fucking every video game I've ever played has had a political message of some kind.
Yeah. I think what they mean, and I still think it's stupid that they use the like politics bad, is more like in certain things politics aren't like, they're not subtle, or they're just shoved in your face, which I kind of understand.
I mean, I get that depending on like
nobody plays a video game to discuss or be involved in politics.
I would disagree, because I fucking love Half-Life 2's political message. Don't let aliens invade.
Yeah, that's like
That's not really.
Wait, no.
Don't fund science.
Out of context, that could be taken very poorly, Mark.
Don't. Oh shit.
Build that wall. Build it.
The Combine already did that. Did you not play Half-Life 2 Episode 1? Half of that game takes place inside a wall.
I don't blame you for forgetting it, though, because it's the weakest of the entire series.
That's true.
Well, the point I was trying to make here is people don't want the crap that's on nightly news and every other fucking news program that they relentlessly pound at your fucking ears and eyes all day long with their fake outrage and their fake facts and bullshit to push their agenda. People don't want that in their video games. You can talk about any political thing you want in a game. It could have a political bend to it, whatever that may be, fighting aliens, fighting whatever, and there can be politics within the game, but that's fantasy. That's not reality. Nobody goes to play a video game to hear about the latest social commentary. That's where you go to fucking escape the relentless shit beating down on you from above,
I mean, I get that.
My opinion.
Yeah, I see that too, because it's like video games are to a lot of people are an escape, but there's rarely media that is apolitical.
That's true.
Like, the thing is, like I said, from what I can gather, people aren't really bothered by the politics, but more so like if they're too like obvious. But of course, there's certain examples where it's just like really fucking stupid.
One thing that annoys me is like if a game developer will include a feature to be more inclusive of like a minority population, like something LGBT or something along those lines, instantly you'll see like, especially like the gaming subreddit or PewDiePie submissions or whatever subreddit, you'll just see thousands of locked posts talking about
hilarious.
They're putting politics in my video game. Like actually just with Cyberpunk 2077 they announced that they're going to allow transgender and non-binary characters in their character creator. And instantly the gaming subreddit was on fire.
There was surprisingly I don't know if you guys have heard of this game, but it's called A Hat in Time. It's a 3D platformer. In their latest DLC, it's not obvious. It's like barely even noticeable. You would actually have to go out of your way to look for it. But there's like graffiti. This is graffiti, mind you, so it arguably has an in-universe reason for even making sense of a trans pride flag. And it's like...
That's pretty cool.
It's neat. I like that it's there, but it makes sense because it's graffiti, because people will graffiti anything. So it even makes sense just logically speaking, but people got bitchy about that too. It's absurd.
Yeah, speaking of graffiti and my bathroom walls after I'm done with this episode...
That's no.
I have the hot sauces here.
Oh God, here we go. What are you just gonna eat them out of a spoon, or are you like putting them on something?
I'm drinking them straight out of the bottle.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
We're going sicko mode today, lads.
But we are a bit early for that, maybe? Maybe do it.
No. Mark's 100% set on this. You're not going to be able to stop him.
This is the place. The time is now.
Wait, you should make sure to start with like the one with the lowest Scoville, and then
they don't have Scoville ratings.
Oh well, this is our. Hi, I'm Sean Evans. Welcome to Hot Ones. Mark.
My 2-year-old hot sauce. 2-year-old hot. Is that stuff even still in date?
Does hot sauce like become less strong if it's out of date?
Fuck no. No, I just don't know if these ingredients are shelf stable. Then again, they do come out of a gift box, so this is probably full of more.
You put it on the table lightly, it explodes.
There's probably more preservatives in this than anything else. Aged red peppers, distilled vinegar, salt, vegetable blend, dehydrated carrots, onions, and garlic.
What are the names of the sauces?
And whiskey flavor. This is the whiskey habanero hot sauce. This is the
what are the other ones?
All right. All right, so we got the whiskey habanero that I just mentioned. We have smoky bourbon, pretty generic so far, considering these are generic hot sauces. Sriracha chili, not looking forward to that one. I'm not a fan of sriracha.
We should start with that one.
We have chipotle chocolate, which I don't know how that's going to be. And then ghost pepper.
It'll certainly cause you to create.
Save the ghost pepper for last.
Save that one for last.
So you should do habanero, then ghost pepper at the end. So those two should habanero, the very last one, ghost.
I do like habanero.
Where do the first? Where do the other ones go though?
All right.
So the first one should be the what was the last one you read off?
The ghost pepper.
The one before that.
Oh, that was the chipotle chocolate.
Chipotle, that should be first.
All right. Here we go, lads.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God,
dude, these don't even have a seal on them. Dude,
the only show on the internet where we're trying to kill our host.
Wait.
Actively.
I mean, we're not doing anything. He is the one who's... This is willingly him.
Do you have any beer in your house?
I'm too young to drink, and I also don't, just in general. Because, that's never stopped a single soul. But
I will be right back. I need to restart my Discord. It's freaking out.
All right, sure. I'll wait for him to get back. Okay, I just found out none of these have, like, a seal on them. Like a tamper evidence seal or like a flavor seal. So these could all be horribly disgusting just from age. From being not sealed.
The things you do for success, my friend.
Well, you
volunteered
for content.
I mean, hey, it's content. Oh, that is strong smelling.
I'm back.
It doesn't smell like rotten. It just smells old and strong.
Wow,
not even
that's something to come back to. Okay.
So the chipotle chocolate just smells like
Put your
barbecue
pants
sauce.
back on. No, sorry.
It just smells like barbecue sauce.
It smells like garbage, you say?
No, I mean kinda, but like it really just smells like barbecue sauce, like generic ass.
Down
like,
it.
Oh fuck!
Do it.
All right, bottoms up, kids.
I'm
not looking forward to this. I'm actually hesitating. Fuck it.
You're
Here we
the
go.
one who said we should do it. He's got no one to blame but himself.
We just agreed. Yes. That's a great idea, Mark. You should do that.
It's actually quite good. It's actually pretty good. It's hot, but not like lingering hot.
Do you have like a glass of milk? Because if you don't, this is going to be very unpleasant for you.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I have nothing next to me, not water, not milk, just hot sauce.
His mouth is going to
you gotta
become
give
an
it 30
asshole.
seconds to a minute for any lingering effect to kick in before you move on to the next one. So
It's going to make his mouth turn into an asshole.
I'm looking forward to that.
While we wait, I got another topic for us to discuss here.
Yes.
Okay,
So-
real Hot Ones style.
I love
Has
that.
everyone seen Endgame yet?
Yes, I have.
Has anybody not seen it yet?
Now everybody has seen it.
Okay.
Okay,
Spoilers for Endgame, I guess, before
Yeah.
we continue the podcast.
Sure. So
Skip to
tell me
Yeah,
what your thoughts were.
because
Did
God,
you
none of
guys
us-
enjoy it? Did you enjoy Endgame? Did you?
Yes,
think
I
was a
enjoyed it
great show?
thoroughly.
I enjoyed it, but not as
very
much as I enjoyed Infinity War.
I agree with that.
I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it on the same level as the Infinity War.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it as much as Thor Ragnarok, which I thought was a terrific movie.
That was a trip.
I pretty much grew up with the MCU stuff, so seeing it all come to this like big culmination at the end with the giant battle, hearing all the things I've been wanting to hear, like the Avengers assemble, or seeing Cap with the Mjolnir. That's stuff that was really satisfying to me.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have a problem with the MCU because of just how many movies you have to watch to really get everything, and I understand that it sucks. But like,
I'll provide a counter argument that most people have seen all of the movies anyway.
that's fair.
True.
But it was personally, I enjoyed it just because of all of that. But yeah, I think Infinity War was more impactful than Endgame.
Yeah.
But I think Endgame was a good story, like a good end to all the build-up that's been going on.
My favorite scene was, you can have this one, take the small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That was funny. I just...
So I am, I apologize. I am a big
yeah.
fan of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Like, those are my most favorite movies.
We're very looking forward to Guardians 3.
Especially
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians, which is that's an actual like Marvel comic series with different characters, granted, but like, that was kind of a nice nod to that.
I think that's actually, that brings up a good point. Is I think a part of the reason why I like the MCU so much is that while it takes things from the comics, it likes to do what it wants with those things.
Yeah, it's not. It does pay homage, but not to the T.
Yeah, like it's not a direct retelling of certain comics, like Ragnarok, which is personally my favorite MCU movie. It's both Ragnarok and arguably more Planet Hulk than Ragnarok, and
Maybe.
I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah,
Well, they just can't do it. There is also the licensing problems.
there's that in terms of like the X-Men, and well, really not X-Men anymore. But X-Men and Fantastic Four, they haven't been able to touch because of that until very recently.
Exactly.
The X-Men thing actually brings up a good point. I doubt everybody is like excited that Disney owns Fox now because they can add X-Men, and honestly, I think I personally don't feel like there's any organic way they're going to be able to work in the X-Men and make it feel natural.
I heard a theory that the multiple snaps may be the catalyst for mutants happening. It's not going to be a Phase 4 thing, but I'm thinking maybe Phase 5 they might make a way to put that in. But by Phase 5, I feel like the snap will kind of be like old news in a way. So maybe they won't do it that way. But I do think there are ways. Like, Far From Home warning. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home...
this is like the most recent MCU movie.
I did.
This is a minor spoiler. They did tease the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not actually a thing yet, but they did tease it. The idea is there.
Yeah.
So they could definitely do something with that.
Actually, that brings up another question. Who
And
here
they
has seen...
did tease another big event.
Well, hold on. Who here has seen the movie Far From Home?
I did.
Yeah.
Ty?
I have not seen it yet.
All right. Well, let's refrain from talking about it any more thoroughly.
That was a pretty minor spoiler. Like that's in the trailer.
That's in the trailer.
Just one thing I want to mention. It's not a spoiler.
Yes.
Jack Gyllenhaal, or Gyllenhaal, as his last name is actually pronounced, is a great actor. I just love that guy.
Yes.
It's a great performance.
Since I've met my girlfriend this year, she's been showing me some movies with that guy in the main role, and all of them are good.
He's in a lot of indie movies.
Literally not one bad movie with him. It's just insane.
That's pretty
Maybe
impressive.
Life. I didn't watch Life, the one where he and Ryan Reynolds play together. Space something movie, but all the other ones I watched with him, they're just genius.
Okay.
I think that in all hero movies moving forward, that whether they're Marvel, DC, I don't think it should matter who's producing the movie. I think there needs to be some cameos, some relatively lengthy cameos in each hero movie that star and feature Deadpool.
There is a rumor of Deadpool becoming canon in the MCU now that Disney owns Fox.
Is this Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, or is this going to be like a new Deadpool?
No. Ryan Reynolds does it.
There is no new Deadpool, man.
Okay,
Who's
so
going to ever be able to touch that and even come close to what
my
he's
problem
gonna
with
pull
adding Deadpool to the MCU is that while I like the MCU, I think for Deadpool to work, it needs to be R-rated.
I don't think Disney's actually as afraid of that as people make it seem. Because Disney owns a lot of things. And a lot of those things are rated R.
The thing, my problem isn't that
Touchstone Pictures to make the movie instead of Disney.
The thing is, I'm not
a subsidiary of Disney is Touchstone Pictures.
Yeah,
I don't think the problem is more so that they're worried about like people being against it being R. I think more so the problem is that once you make it R, it makes the barrier to entry a lot lower for like core fans, which is younger people. So, you know.
With that said, there were a lot of kids in the theater when I saw Deadpool 2 anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but
I don't know.
There's still people who are going to be against like taking kids to that.
Here's a topic. Your favorite MCU villains.
Hold on. Before we get to the next topic.
Let's get him.
No train.
Now time for the next hot sauce.
It really is. So, yeah. John,
let's do this.
So the context, John, since you just hopped in. So I just remembered, because we were talking about the Hot Ones show, that I have a bunch of Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen branded hot sauces I got in a gift set 2 Christmases ago that I've never tried. So I'm doing that now on air for content.
What are the...
I tried the Chipotle the Chipotle chocolate hot sauce. Just kind of tasted like barbecue sauce. No real lingering effects. It was just there. It's pretty good. I'm probably going to use that on like maybe steak. It's kind of like a steak sauce almost.
1 out of 10. What's your score?
I'll give that a solid 5. Didn't hate it.
Right.
Perfectly average.
Yeah. All right. So what's next? The sriracha chili or smoky bourbon?
Smoky bourbon would be next.
All right. It's funny. You're literally going right to left on my table.
Man, I don't. Ooh. Happening.
Gotta shake it up real. You gotta shake it up real good. All right. These have been sitting in a cupboard for two years. All right. Smoky bourbon. Here we go. I'm also just drinking it from the bottle. So that's the other part of it.
We might lose Mark.
Oh, God.
Significantly hotter. But I do like the flavor. That is decidedly Tabasco-esque.
Ooh, that's nice.
But hotter. I'm actually going to use this on my eggs from now on. Because I have a lot of this that I need to use. I'm not a boiled egg guy though, Ty. I am a scrambled egg guy.
If you want to be really lethal, what you want to do is you want to get a cheap beer like Rainier, something like that. You want a pickled egg, but you want hot sauce. You have that beer, that pickled egg with your favorite hot sauce on it, and then the next day at work, make sure the doors are closed in any room, like a conference room. If you can have a big meeting, a staff meeting, perfect. That's perfect thing to eat the night before the staff meeting.
Sounds like an awful idea.
Everyone will remember you forever.
That's exactly what I want in life, to be remembered.
Remembered for
the reason's not
find out.
The reason's not
You'll
important.
find out.
All right, again, not a lot of lingering. The heat is there, but not painfully so.
All right, on to the whiskey one, right? Oh wait, no.
Sriracha. I'm
Topic.
not.
Yeah,
Topic.
Topic now. So MCU heroes, I believe, is what Wayne
Yes.
brought.
No, it's villains, right?
Villains. Yes.
Villains.
I'll give you my top ones. So, the Vulture, I liked a lot.
Okay, we're
Thanos,
talking
of
at
course.
large, not just the MCU.
No, we're
At large.
talking.
At large. Okay. Yeah, because the Vulture's not in the MCU.
From
yet, I don't believe.
everything from
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He's in the
Marvel.
first Spider-Man.
Oh,
First
I didn't.
Spider-Man.
All right, I'll be honest. I didn't see the first Spider-Man MCU movie. I skipped straight to Far From Home.
You literally said earlier, everybody's watched the MCU movies, and then you just straight up right now have said
I'm
you didn't watch that
missing
one.
3 of them. I did not see Avengers 2. I did not see Winter Soldier. And I
Okay.
did not see the Spider-Man Homecoming. Those are the only 3 I have not seen.
So, where was I? So, Vulture is one of the best for me. Then there's Thanos. Of course, he was.
It's hard to top Thanos as
Yeah,
far as
hard
MCU
to top
goes. Comic Thanos is shit. Don't at me.
From the movies, I'd have to say my favorite villain from that universe would be Ivan Tonovich Vanko,
Okay.
Iron Man 2.
Okay.
I see. Then there's Mysterion is great in this new movie. Ty, you'll see. And what's the guy from Age of Ultron?
That's Ultron.
No, not Ultron. The other guy, the guy who started it all. The human guy. Or wait, was that the Civil War? Sorry, my mistake. No,
Civil War.
Civil War. The guy who started it all.
Wait.
What's his name?
What do you mean?
Civil War. Talking about like the government guy?
It's the guy who tries to shoot himself at the end.
Yes.
Oh,
Zemo.
yeah.
Zemo.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Baron
yes.
Zemo.
See, his character didn't mean much to me, probably because I didn't see Avengers 2 or Winter Soldier. But I didn't think he had much to do in Civil War besides just be there and provide tension.
Well, he actually orchestrated the entire thing.
Oh, well, okay, that makes him more
Which was
relevant.
amazing. Because, MCU universe villains are usually bland. At
Yeah.
least in my opinion. Those guys stand out. I'm glad Spider-Man movies managed to put in some really good villains.
Yeah, spoiler free, this part of it, now that we spoiled it earlier a little bit. Yeah, Mysterio in Far From Home is very well done. Very different from the comics. He is his unique character in the MCU. They did him very, very good.
But he embodies what Mysterio is. That
Yes, without
is what-
actually having the original powers of him.
Exactly.
But they still actually did a very good job.
I think for mine, I'm actually going to go for a less talked about one. Ulysses Claw. He shows up. He's in Age of Ultron very shortly, but he's like the secondary villain of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was fun. He was a
Killmonger's
fun
also
villain.
really good. But I love Ulysses Claw because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like he is the craziest of the villains I've noticed.
Also, if you just throw a character at me with a robot arm, you've already got like 10 points.
Yeah, for
I
real.
just think that's really cool looking.
I also liked another Iron Man one was the Mandarin because he came across as a bad mofo.
Mandarin,
he had great coverage on the media. He had broadcasting all over the world, and he was fucking terrifying. I mean, he seemed like he was everywhere. He was in every organization, and he turns out to be
an actor.
An actor who's drunk out of his mind and on drugs.
No,
but he's able to pull it together just for these brief little episodes, these brief little broadcasts. I thought he was a great villain because he wasn't really a villain.
Iron Man 2 spoilers.
Yeah.
Speaking about the Mandarin, they released a really cool official short.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring this up.
Yeah, that thing. If you know about the villain, you have to watch that.
I actually haven't seen that.
There's also talks of like the real Mandarin being in the next Doctor Strange movie.
Oh,
I believe it's speculation, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
No official plot has been revealed for Phase 4.
Yeah, the real Mandarin was teased, but But I'm interested to see if they do something with that.
Interesting.
It'd be cool to see that actor again, honestly, just being there. I like the guy.
Minor spoilers for Far From Home, but kind of more just a theme in Phase 4 potentially. It is kind of interesting to see old adversaries of Tony Stark come back now that Tony Stark is no longer in the picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Stain again, honestly.
Yeah.
Ironmonger was always so cool to me as a kid.
I'll be right back with you guys.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Yep. All right.
But yeah, the Ironmonger I always thought was like really cool looking. Anyway, I think it's time for the next hot sauce.
It sure is. I got the sriracha chili right here. I am not looking forward to this. I don't like sriracha.
Just do it. Just do it.
Not for the heat. It's just the flavor.
It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. You just gotta do it, Mark.
It's not the heat. The heat I can handle. It's just the flavor of sriracha I find so gross.
It's not the heat. It's the humidity.
Honestly, this isn't as bad as the act. Like just smelling it. Just smelling it, it's not as bad.
Just gotta do it. Just gotta do it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's so thick.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't say that. That's horrible.
It's actually not as bad as real sriracha.
Oh.
Yeah,
that was disappointing.
Real sriracha like nauseates me. It is very hot though. I went for seconds.
All right, we need it.
I just took a second swig.
Let's talk about video games. What have you guys been playing recently?
That's not okay. Video games. Any of you guys play Arma?
I played it a little bit. I got it recently, but I don't know. I think I need to play more of it to really wrap my head around it because it's a very complicated experience.
It's not so much the only complicated thing about Arma, depending on your play style and what group you're with. It's the controls.
Yeah, that's the biggest hang about.
Once you get the controls, it's actually kind of stupid simple. It's just keybinds.
What video games have you been playing recently?
Well, I've been playing Rust a lot and Path of Exile on the side, but pretty much a lot of Rust. I stumbled upon Rust, didn't even know it was a game, but I came across a YouTube video where some guy he records himself playing Rust. And so I found a couple of them, and I thought the premise of that whole game was absolutely hilarious. You wake up naked on a beach with a rock and a torch. You're hungry, and everything is trying to kill you. Have fun.
I've always been meaning to get into that one.
I played it in the early days, not Legacy, but like when they started the Unity brand. Or it was already in Unity, but like when they started the new version of it that we have today, that's when I started playing. Very early days for that build.
So
I played it a lot then.
The games, right?
Yeah, like what games are you playing right now?
But yeah, I haven't played Rust since it came out of early access. I haven't really tried it since then.
Pretty fun.
Personally, I've recently been playing Dusk, which is, I don't know if you guys heard of this, but it was it's a sort of like inspired by Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff, but it's like more
heard
a
of
more
it, yeah.
modern take on, and it's got that like PS1 aesthetic that I love a lot. And it's a fucking blast. I am personally a really big fan of like arena shooters, which is like what Doom and Quake and stuff were.
Okay.
And it's right up my alley. And if you like Doom or like even the new Doom, which I've also been playing recently, which I've played most of it before, but I've been playing it again on my PC. It's just an experience, and I would recommend it.
Okay.
Well, I've pretty much mastered that game. Now that we talk about that. Also, my streamer buddy from UK and a YouTuber has covered it. Dusk is pretty damn good. I've basically gone through every facet of that game. Spent a lot of time, but I have a problem these days. I have too many games and too little time, and
Tell me about it.
I keep buying them.
The Humble Bundle screwed me. I've played about half of the games in my Steam library, and I have no intention of playing the rest of them.
There are still games from like the most recent Steam summer sale that I've not touched at all.
See, like summer sale games, I always play because I don't buy many. But Humble Bundles work because like I'm a value shopper. That's my problem. So I won't buy it unless I'm getting the maximum possible value out of it. Even if that means it's 4 games that I might play someday.
Yeah.
I'll get it because it's not that much more than just getting the one I do want. Or to get the one I do want, I have to get, the 4 games I may or may not play.
I have recently mostly dug my teeth into Warframe for the last 2 years.
Oh man, Warframe.
Warframe was really big in a gamer server I was in for a while.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
I noticed.
But on the side, I've played a few games myself. Let's see here. Let me check. Sorry about that. I really have to check. I've played a lot of Path of Exile with Ty. That's how we bonded. Pretty good times. But Path of Exile is another time sink game, and I really don't have, the time to invest in both that and.
Yeah.
I've played Katana Zero. It's from Devolver Digital.
Okay.
A really cool indie title. You can beat it in 6 hours. It's kind of a mishmash between a platformer and Hotline Miami. It's a great game. Then there's Bloods. Oh, what happened?
My alarm went off. Ignore that.
Somebody put the fucking Zen crystal in the accelerator.
Yeah, I thought we are gonna have some unforeseen consequences. In that case, Bloodstained Ritual of Literally, which is a love child, the guy who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Beautiful game. I'm playing it with my girlfriend. We still haven't finished. Risk of Rain 2. Check that one out. It's really good.
Vermintide.
Vermintide. A lot of Vermintide too with Ty. Actually, I hooked into the game and
You bastard.
Oh well, the recent expansion that came out, I think they messed the game a lot. People like it now, so I think we're gonna wait for a year or so until it settles down.
Now, Mark.
Yes.
I think it's that time again.
You think it's that time? All right. Well, up next is Whiskey Habanero.
Okay. And another one I want to mention for
Sure.
If you're into Diablo-like games, check out Grim Dawn. It's from the guys who made Titan Quest. If anybody has ever checked it,
I think I've heard of that name before, Grim Dawn.
I definitely heard of it.
Yeah, it's a ARPG Diablo-like, but it's really, really the theme of an apocalypse and where rich gods are,
taking for just a moment.
Yep, it's really awesome, that genre.
Have you guys played any Heroes and Generals as like in recent times?
I don't think so.
It was like that. It was one of those games that tried to mix RTS and FPS together.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I remember Heroes and Generals. I don't know if that's what I said or if I screwed it up.
No, that's what you said.
Okay. Apparently recent reviews and all reviews are both mixed. So basically, I found the gameplay loop really fun, but I didn't like the monetization strategy. I did end up spending about $60 in it just over time.
I know this.
It's a free. It's a freemium game, right? It's free to play, but then there's like a premium version and shit.
In recent years, my friend, unless it's Warframe, Path of Exile, all free-to-play games are kind of, pay to win.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like the assets are nice. It was fun to play, if a little repetitive at first, because you have to level grind, and there's not really a way to like pay to get past that level grind necessarily. So that part's not pay to win, but there is a pay to win-ish thing to it. Just in the sense that there are you have to pay for weapon unlocks and shit, or just grind a stupid amount to get it. That's the reason I stopped playing, but apparently there's been a big update lately. I don't know, I might try getting back into it. Or
I have a question for Heayn.
Ooh, what's your question?
Have you checked Ion Fury?
I have not heard of that before.
Or no, it's a game. It was called Ion Maiden.
Yes, I have heard of this.
Try to sue them. It's a build engine game made from the guys who made Duke Nukem 3D.
It's the same publisher, different developers.
Developers are actually guys who modded.
Yes, it's in the same engine. It's an updated engine,
but it looks interesting.
But it is the build 3D
modified engine, though.
They're
using the SourcePort eDuke. Sorry.
No, it is build 3D. It is the same engine as Duke 3D.
It does use the SourcePort eDuke 3D too.
Yeah, like it is updated, but like the maps are still compatible and everything.
It's much crisper looking, definitely, than Duke
Have we tried the habanero sauce yet?
Yeah, how was that, Mark?
That's up next.
Here we go.
Yes. And you can actually, speaking of Ion Fury, you can actually turn off all those extra effects and have it just be, build 3D.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you'd like it, so check it out.
Now let's hear Mark's reaction here, everybody.
I'm actually looking forward to this one. I do like habanero sauces as a rule. All right, here we go. Bottoms up, quite literally.
Here we see hot sauce and more hot sauce and a man drinking hot sauce.
That is very mild.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Oh, nope.
It takes about 15-20 seconds, and then it kicks in.
This one, fuck.
Beautiful.
It hit my throat.
It's like, wait for it.
It hit my throat.
The
I
pin
like
has been
it though.
pulled, the grenade has been released.
Yeah, it's hit my throat. That's what the coughing's from. I like this though. I'm taking a third swig. I'm salivating though. I'm salivating. Wow. Okay.
All right, we need a topic. Wait, you got anything?
Well, I have another one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we were talking video games.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I brought up, I had an article I pulled up from I don't know where for LeWade when we were talking one night, and it was an insider's note from inside the Blizzard community, the developers, and it basically gave a rundown of the shit show that is Blizzard. Since Activision took over, it's just going downhill like fucking rocket sled.
Can we get an F in the chat for Blizzard Entertainment?
Let's talk about how no matter how many times they update Overwatch, it's still the same boring piece of shit. What?
That's why I never actually bought Overwatch. I saw that coming from a mile away.
Oh yeah,
I got it for free actually, and I even got the premium edition, and I never booted it up. Wow.
Every time I hear the words TF2 killer, I'm like, okay, this is gonna die within like a year.
No, honestly, I mean, Overwatch is technically still going. It's still pretty healthy, all things considered.
But it's not. It's been going down a lot faster than it would have otherwise.
This is true.
And to be fair, that's not a game that I played. I haven't played Overwatch
Yeah. I did play a little bit of it at my friend's house one time on console. It was pretty fun. Not my cup of tea because I just don't like that kind of arena shooter. That kind of like first-person MOBA kind of thing. Not my thing.
The only thing I'm recently playing from Blizzard is Heroes, just for basically.
Say again, you're cutting out, LeWade.
Oh, sorry. I said the only thing I'm recently playing from Blizzard is Heroes of the Storm, and that's just for.
I have heard good things about that game.
That game is the most casual of MOBA there.
Okay.
It's just fun to play around with. But I do plan on replaying Diablo 2 with.
Okay.
I will get into that game.
Yeah, Diablo 2 has now been released. There's some servers out there running Diablo 2. I've got a couple of friends that played Rust that quit for a while so they could go back to Diablo 2 because some servers are out there running Diablo 2 in the classic mode, and it's like you don't have to pay. It's just
no. They have enabled ladder server.
Yeah,
that's one. So pull out your old CD and redeem that CD key.
Or just do like with Halo PC where they literally ran out of CD keys, so you just reuse whatever one you find on the web.
What happened? What happened to that WoW legacy thing they were doing?
They're still doing it. They've released that and it's out there. I've heard some good things about it, but I mean, I won't go back and play WoW Classic. I played it when it first came out. I've been playing Blizzard. Blizzard was very iconic. They came out back in the 90s with their original Warcraft games and StarCraft, and they released really great games. I mean, they were sort of what you compared all the other games to. They released games that work really well, were very engaging and very entertaining, and that they kind of just they sort of set the standard wherever they would go. They'd go into a slightly different genre of a game and they just knock it out of the park. And now they've been bought out by Activision, and Activision is nothing but a giant corporate money-grabbing goblin, and they are quickly burning down all the reputation and hard work and dedication. It's all going. I mean, there's a lot of their premium developers have left already.
Yeah, to
go other places, start their own ventures.
Didn't they give the rights of Destiny back to Bungie already because it wasn't?
No, Bungie took the rights and fucked off, and now.
Which is very Bungie. It's nothing they haven't done before.
And now it's on Steam.
Is it actually?
Yeah, Destiny is coming to Steam.
Oh, it's not there yet.
It's gonna be. It's going to actually be free to play from.
Ooh, speaking of Bungie things coming to Steam, I am very excited for the Master Chief Collection.
Technically not Bungie anymore, but I get your point.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
I am too. I am an insider. I haven't actually checked my emails to see if I got into any flights. We're about to find out live on air if my spam folder has a Halo waypoint thing.
There's a game I wanted to.
And not only that, I think it's another time for some more hot sauce, Mark.
Almost. This is going to be the Ghost Pepper. I'm excited.
Oh boy, here we go. This is the penultimate right here.
May I talk about a game before?
Yes.
I really want you to see this. This game is from Devolver Digital, and it was developed by From Software, from Dark Souls fame.
Yeah.
It's called Metal Wolf Chaos XD, but I would call it the President of United States of America Simulator.
What the fuck were any of the words you just said?
I kind of tuned out to check my email.
Here's the premise. You are the United States of America president, and the vice president has taken over, and now you need to get into your badass American giant freaking mech.
Oh, I saw Donkey play this.
Take the power back. Yeah,
this sounds hilarious.
Watch Donkey's video.
Yeah, watch Donkey's video. It's hilarious.
It's his most
over
recent
the
upload.
top, and it's just crazy.
This sounds like something that would happen in Metal Gear.
It takes a lot of inspiration from it.
It's what happens when you take a publisher like Devolver Digital and a developer like From Software.
Wait, is it actually published by Devolver?
Oh, I didn't realize Devolver was that old. Because that's an original Xbox game.
Oh, yeah, they've been around. I don't think the old Devolver was the Devolver we know today, necessarily.
Devolver known today are just insanity personified. I love them.
They were founded in 2008.
Wow, that's not as old as I thought it was, but it's still older than I thought it was. That sounds
Good sentence.
One of the better publishers out there. They released a collection of games that are literally knockoffs of their existing.
Oh, they have 16 employees, according to Wikipedia.
I don't think that's right anymore.
Well, it is just a publisher house. They don't make games, keep in mind.
Yeah, that's fair.
You should check their E3 presentations. It's a madness.
Their last one I wasn't super hot on, but their previous ones are always good fun.
Yep.
As of June 2019, Devolver Digital employs 16 people.
That's a lot less than I thought there would be.
Well, I guess goes to show it doesn't take much to be a publisher.
Anyway, hot sauce time.
Hot sauce time.
Yes. Oh, hold on, I'm just looking at... Oh my god, dude, their first 7? Am I counting? Yeah, 7 games published were just Serious Sam.
Nice. I need to play those games.
The next 2 games don't have Wikipedia listings.
Which ones are those?
Tofu, The Trials of Chi, and Spacelings, both developed by a British developer called HotGen, which does have a Wikipedia page. Looks like there were Android games that were ported to Windows.
But you did hear of Hotline Miami.
Yes, and that was the actual very next one. And then...
all their indie titles are really good.
They did publish Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition, as well as another Serious
before
Sam
Gearbox took over and messed it up.
Shadow Warrior.
Your ass, your face, what's the difference?
Ooh,
I'm going to put
good.
something completely unrelated into Dabcast real quick.
Okay.
Most indie games those guys publish are really good.
Alright.
And it is done.
That is a good post.
No one is going to know what this is.
I'm just going to say what it is. Your plan has been foiled. First image is Cloud from Eco Terrorist Simulator Final Fantasy VII, holding his Buster sword.
And the second image is the exact same thing.
Would you be so kind to explain the plot of that game?
You are literal eco-terrorists destroying a corporation that is killing the planet. Also, there's like Sephiroth, I guess.
Now, what actually is the second image, Mark?
The second image is Guy Fieri holding a giant fork.
Triple D!
But the
Diners,
fork,
drive-ins, and dives. This Thursday at 9 p.m. Central.
the fork appears to have an extra tine on it.
It's the rude did Buster.
All right, it's Ghost Pepper time.
Here we go.
I'm scared. Watch it be
This
like
is going to make great content.
watch it be like ridiculously diluted and like not that hot.
Well, the other one was really hot, so I'm hoping for this one.
Yeah, actually, what was that? The whiskey habanero?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was surprisingly hot. All right, here we go. Bottoms up.
Mark gets to die on screen.
Yes.
Or on podcast, I guess.
There it is. It hit the roof of my mouth.
Oh God.
Whew, that is... Damn. My nose running.
Anyway, this was Hot Ones with Sean
Pinball.
Evans. Thank you for joining us.
Grenades are strong.
Dude,
We have content, you guys.
Content.
that is the spiciest thing I've ever consumed.
How are we going to top this next time?
Louisiana Reaper sauce. That's the next one.
We don't have milk. I don't have milk here.
Wait, there's another sauce still?
The Reaper is
No.
about
that was
twice
all
as
of it.
hot as what he just had. It's about twice as hot as the ghost pepper.
I can't even comprehend that.
You can try some bleach. Heard it works.
Yeah, probably would get the spice out.
You know,
And everything else.
if you drink a gallon of gasoline, it'll be the only in-source of calories you'll need for the rest of your life.
Oh, there's a new Enter the Gungeon game coming out. But it's an arcade cabinet.
No, it's shoot 'em up.
Well,
basically.
yes, but it's coming out as an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, yep, it is.
Didn't they make like a knockoff collection of their own games?
Yes, that's what I said earlier. I don't know if you heard me.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I have
Bootleg.
also been cutting out like horrifically at points.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
No, you're fine. It's it's on my side.
Also, Discord can be really jittery at times.
And
Yeah,
this is
it
hosted
seems to
in
be
US
fixed.
East, I think.
It seems to be fixed when I actually don't stay in the server for some reason. I think there's something about looking at, or like keeping the call on, because Discord's basically a browser. It's essentially a web browser. It's based on HTML.
It's Electron based, so it's JavaScript and HTML and CSS. Yeah.
Yeah.
To call it a browser isn't exactly correct, but in the terms that it uses the same programming and scripting languages, yeah, I guess you could call it that, maybe. But it lacks a lot of browser
Well, now we don't have any more
technologies.
hot sauce. So what are we gonna do for content now?
Listen to me, Suffer.
Next topic.
Well, I was about to ask
Hey,
if you
what
guys.
up, guys? It's me.
Oh no! Right at exactly at the 1 hour mark, Exodia, the fucking Forbidden One, shows up.
We're all gonna be banished to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, God.
Who's ready for a fun time? Yay!
Oh no!
Is that what we're calling this?
No.
So wait, what happened to that train you got hit by earlier? Or maybe did you hit the train? What happened
I
there?
was on the train.
Oh, you were like on top of the train?
Damn,
You know,
dude.
like an action sequence? You were
Wow.
hunting somebody?
It's pretty cool. It's like Captain Marvel.
Renegade Hub members?
Oh yeah, in the pre-show
my
we were
God.
talking about the hub.
Okay, that's nice.
Yep.
It's a good way to start the podcast. Good
To
way
be fair, it wasn't in the podcast, it was in the pre-show.
Oh, okay.
Instead, we're ending
Okay.
it with it. No.
Oh, okay.
Next time on the Roundtable. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, you missed it. I don't know if you missed it or not, John, but I just consumed some ghost pepper hot sauce.
Oh, I've been listening. I'm
Okay.
just like doing some of my own stuff.
It's made its way into my upper esophagus. It's about where my lungs are now, actually.
Oof.
It's
Are we still recording?
yes.
It's a burning, seething mass of
Question.
hate.
Question.
What's
Yes.
your question?
Can you feel it slide down
Yes.
slowly?
Yes.
Oh God.
Boy. Oh boy.
A lot of this episode could be taken out of context in horrible, horrible ways.
We only mentioned the bag of dicks once.
As it should be.
That's twice now.
Shit. Actually,
Does anyone
starts typing
want
furiously.
to Does anyone want to ask me any questions?
Hey, John.
Yeah.
When is Creators Network 2 coming out?
I don't know yet. You know, we gotta consult staff. It's gotta be special time. It's gotta be a
Okay.
special time when it happens.
Can I
Okay.
ask a question?
Yeah.
Where is the bag of dicks?
Oh,
Where are you hiding them?
I don't know, man.
Well, you lost it? You're supposed to put it in a safe space, John.
Oh no.
Guys, we lost the bag of
So
dicks.
you're telling me there's a bag of dicks out in the wild right now. What is wrong with you? How could you let this happen?
Catch us in the next episode where we hunt down the bag of dicks.
It's just like the worst audio possible.
The omnipresent bag of dicks. It's
Honestly, so here's the thing, like with CNCP, one of the goals I had for it when it rebranded was I wanted to start hosting other people's productions, right? So like if some CN members wanted to do like for example, like a radio opera or a radio drama, we would host that alongside the podcasts, right? And there was actually plans back when Lord Fuzzles was still in CN to actually have an in-house one. That never ended up happening because he left CN at some point.
Yeah, Fuzzles, man.
Yeah, he was the original VA lead. I took over for him, I think, right? Did I take over from his No.
Then again, I was
No.
with Action for
No,
4
you-
years.
No,
Me and Fuzzles took, what was his name, spot? He was on the
Hey.
podcast.
Hades.
Hades, that's it. I remember it started with an H.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we took
Yeah.
over for Hades, and then Fuzzles kind of dropped out, leaving me as the only VA staff member.
Dude, like the VA lead positions, like the what is it? The professor of the dark arts from Harry Potter. It's like
It really is.
yeah, it's probably the position that changes the most. Like
Yeah.
at the very beginning, it was Lord Fuzzles, and then it went to Hades, and then it went to a co-op between Mark, you, and Lord Fuzzles, and then
All three
it
of
went
us,
to,
me, Mark, and Fuzzles.
and then it went to what's this? Oh yeah, it went to
It's Logan now, ain't it?
yeah.
I'm kind of proud, though. I made the most changes to the department, and it's still operating pretty much the same.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I am
By the way-
influential.
John, what
Yeah.
happened to the grumpy guy who was the chat moderator?
Grumpy?
Yeah. Is he still there?
He's still
a
here.
lot of-
He's in the CNCP server.
Grumpy Elite? That's him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you changed his name.
Yeah, he's done that a few times, but that's him.
I
Yeah,
just realized
still
his
here.
profile picture is
All
Markiplier.
right. We're still around.
Yeah,
We're still around.
you guys are
The old-
like
There's still OG people around.
And just now I figured out your name is John.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Congratulations.
4 years in. That's what it takes.
Love that.
Congratulations.
Fuck, has it been 4 years?
It has been 4 years, so
Holy shit. I mean, I haven't been there that whole time, but still.
I think I've been in CN for like the shortest amount of time out of everyone here.
Well, when did you join?
When was that? John, when did I get like introduced to this? I think because I started talking to you first.
yeah, let's check our DMs. That's the easiest way.
I imagine John going through his DMs is like trying to sift through the Library of Congress. There's too much
Sometimes it
shit.
is.
So I joined
remember.
I guess 2017. So it's only been
August.
All right, that's
I
still
remember
pretty
advising you guys to have less channels. And
Oh, yeah.
now
there's been has it been once or twice where we had to like cut back on the number of channels because we decided there was too many.
Well, like we've cut back on channels like twice.
Yeah, most recently January, wasn't it?
Yeah.
every time I checked in, there was more people. More
Yeah,
things added in.
800 some members.
And then at one point I just stopped bothering to scroll down.
Yeah, it's funny though because the ratios have been about the same. So like last time I did the CN like census, which is super unofficial, was like it was about 400 members, about 200 of them were VAs. Now we have about 800 members and 400 of them are VAs. It's like the ratios have stayed mostly the same except for Machinima. We've lost a lot of Machinima people.
Yeah.
oof.
Which is fair because I don't think this is really a secret anymore. We for the longest time have been deprioritizing Machinima as CN.
As much as it sucks to say, it's a dying art form. It's like
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. It's 2019.
Like, don't get me
Machinima's
wrong,
still
it's not like we're
relevant?
dropping support for some Machinima or anything. It's still a large part of our community.
yeah.
But like,
it's
it has not been CN's priority for a long
It's
time now.
getting less relevant by the
Yeah. Pretty much as I was becoming VA lead, we were getting a lot of new VAs. So it actually kind of became VAs were the priority for a time. Truthfully, I'm not sure what our priority is at the given moment. I know we're trying to expand into mod authors and partner projects.
I'd say it's a mix between mods and VAs.
Yeah, VAs has the most population, but not a lot of activity.
Say action. Is the
Yeah.
Frontier, Fallout the Frontier, still with you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still VA director for that. I just actually finished working with a voice actor for one of the characters today.
Wonderful. That's
Still
how we
got
met.
quite a bit. Yeah,
That's how we met. That's what I'm asking.
it was funny because it was like You and there's another guy. There's another guy who we came over with you.
Yeah, but he left.
Yeah,
he
but
didn't
like-
I
leave
remember
at the
that.
same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
like,
remember that.
it was
I
like-
remember that.
Yeah, like we moved you guys in. It was like, oh, you guys are gonna have a lot of work cut out for you. And then the first day you come is when like stuff started settling down, and literally it's like you guys just sit there.
Yeah, I always thought it was kind of weird, like the whole chat
Well, I
moderator.
do remember we
role.
had an interview with a guy, or I don't know if you remember. Well, it was more of an interrogation where we had screenshots and everything, just spouting gibberish. You remember that, don't you?
From my understanding, there was a few of those.
Yeah, there were a few of those.
I remember that one guy, and we had screenshots and everything, and he was just trying to dispute us.
I really recall one guy who came in talking about some drama involving staff and like saying he was going to launch like a full-on investigation. And then like, you know, we were trying to explain to him through text. And then the person who could actually answer the whole conspiracy was Hades. And he comes on and he just like doesn't say anything except like drops like the folder link to some screenshots that pretty much clear up the whole thing. And then the guy like stops typing for a bit, and then he goes like, and then he just says, "Oh, I understand now. Okay."
Hilarious.
And then
Please
and then
mute it.
and then like we integrate him, and maybe like 30 minutes later, he messages me about asking for help for like a Skyrim DLC sized project.
Let me guess, that DLC-sized project never came to fruition.
Yeah, it never came to fruition.
That's surprising.
Imagine
Totally.
that.
It's very common.
Oh, tell me about it.
We're gonna have Akavir. Everything's gonna be new.
Which is completely unnecessary. Like, you can reuse so much content in Skyrim, and it's fine.
Yeah.
This is actually something in the Source modding community that I'm not big on. Source engine being Half-Life engine.
Yeah.
It's there, especially for Counter-Strike, there's kind of like a big do-it-yourself culture. Don't get me wrong, people will be more than happy to help you if you have a question or something, considering it is a very archaic engine with a lot of weird like
Often
pipeline.
described as
The documentation is still not great. Years later, we don't know when Source 2 is happening.
I mean, it's technically in use for both Counter-Strike,
Yes.
Global Offensive, and Dota 2 at this point.
Well, Dota 2 is entirely Source 2. CS:GO is only the UI backported.
I have to ask a question. How long are we in? Because I'll have to depart soon, unfortunately.
We are about an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to be wrapping up soon.
All right. I
So,
would stay longer, but I have an
yeah, no,
I
it's
can't
fine.
miss.
You're fine.
Underlords and I'm not even gonna say its name. You know what it is. It came out very
Artifact.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, those are also on Source 2. My point is the Source 2 SDK is not out
Yeah,
for
it's
anything
not
other than
available
Dota
to the
2,
public
and
yet.
Dota 2 is specialized.
They're waiting for the big game for them to if they even do it at all. Which at this
From
point
what
is
has been
possibly not gonna
described,
happen.
Source 2's SDK is made for the games it is on currently. It's not in a user-friendly package, which is a goal of Source 2's release, is to have a much more user-friendly workflow than Source 1. But currently, it's very developer-focused. It's not... And it's already outdated. That's the problem with Source 2. It is an outdated on-release product when it does release.
Source 2 has the advantage, though, of not being in the problem that Source 1 is, where it is basically 3 engines in one.
No, it still is. It's 4 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it is just Source 1 with sprinkles. Like, it is just Source 1 with more stuff.
So that's another addition to the tower of duct tape that is...
But it isn't using Havoc anymore. It supports real-time lighting. Just generally. I mean, CSGO does that too. But, well, CSGO kind of does. So, like, real-time lighting. New physics engine. All right, see ya, John. And I mean, that's pretty much it off the top of my head. I know the map editor is way, way, way better now. Because that's generally what I have most use in is the level editor, Hammer. It's awful.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it. Love it because it's the only thing I know how to use. I can't do fucking Unreal shit. Unreal Engine, I cannot work with.
I can't.
I have a friend actually who is working hard on learning Unreal and actually making games.
Yeah.
I've played some of his demos. I mean, it took him a while to wrap up. They look crappy, but it's a start. I can see him getting somewhere with that.
Yeah, like I've been making a Dark RP map for Gary's mod for years. Almost done, I promise.
I can't get over the fact that it is still running on a heavily modified version of the Quake engine. That's hilarious to me.
That's not so rare, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it seems like it shouldn't be how it
Unreal
is.
is an updated version of the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Which is about as old.
Start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean...
I wonder if Valve still has to pay the license for the Quake engine anymore.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, at this point, they've modified it so heavily, it's its own thing.
Also, I don't think... like as soon as Gold Source was a thing, I want to say they stopped having to pay licensing fees. Don't quote me on that. But
Yeah, who knows?
Because like Halo's engine, up until Infinite, is also based on the same id Tech engine.
Most importantly, Mark, how do you feel?
I'm okay. The hot sauces wore off. Or at least it's made it to a point where it doesn't hurt anymore.
You're a brave man. Brave.
He's gonna step up and not feel anything in the rest of his body.
Oh, God.
One thing, guys, one thing you brought up earlier
Yes.
was about how you say machinima is dying. It's a dying art form. I'd have to agree. However, I have run across a couple of things, one of which I was involved in. There are a couple of guys out there who are making good content still.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to say they don't make good. Like, there's definitely still good machinima content out there. It's just a lot harder to find, and it's just way less common now than it was even like a couple years ago. Let alone like at the beginning of the form.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it got kind of polluted with too many people with really bad ideas and poor skills.
I think more so than that.
Machinima. Yeah.
I think a big part of it is that the barrier of entry for proper animation has lowered to the point where that machinima is arguably obsolete.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Like Source Filmmaker is when it works, it's pretty user friendly.
And arguably at this point, not only is it like the barrier of entry is a lot easier to get into now that you like that, but at this point, machinima engines are really archaic and just not pleasant to use in comparison.
Yeah, like up until MCC comes out, Halo Reach is still running at upscaled 720.
And it's noticeably not good looking, I guess.
Like, yeah, theater mode exports at 1080p, yes, but it's still upscaled 720.
And it's bad.
I've seen worse.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing, but higher quality is preferred.
Yeah.
I don't think that's most of the problem. I think the most of the problem with machinima is that any entertainment stuff you're going to be doing should be story driven, and they're usually not. It's just people doing retarded stuff. They don't have a good idea. Their story doesn't have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't accomplish much. It's just a bunch of people running around like retards a lot of times with no clear idea of what kind of story. Stories are what entertain people. And you want to tell a story in whatever way you're going to, it's still, you can do it using machinima or machinima like things. It's just the stories have to be worthy. For example, this is Battlefield. I think LeWade's familiar with that. It's a short cinematic that I did the narration for, and it blew up on the internet. He makes video game trailers professionally, and he cast me for the role for this passion project. He's a huge Battlefield fan, right? He loves Battlefield game. And he came up with a story, an idea that he wanted to produce. And he had the skill set and the software and the hardware and the tools necessary. But he had a story that was compelling. Right. And he was a decent writer. He wrote the narration out for it, and he did all the recordings. He did live recordings in game. People didn't know they're, being recorded. He did live matches online. He's recording, and he did it in 4K recordings, if you can watch it that high, if you have the gear. But it really was epic when he got done. And it's actually, I consider it a short cinematic. And it's actually recently won some awards. EA actually gave him permission to use it to enter into some contests for short cinematic films. And it won 2 awards in one. They've never done that before. So I don't know that it's dying, but I think that there's so much crap out there. You can't, it's hard to find the people who know what they're doing and create something good with machinima or machinima-like products. It gets difficult. There's too much other shit out there to sift your way through. But I still think it's something that can be used to tell a story and successfully. Just you got to have a good story and the skills to put it all together correctly.
Yeah. It reminds me of entire Steam controversy. Well, it's not a controversy. What happened?
Cutting out a little bit.
You're cutting out there, Wade.
Oh, can you hear me better now? I'm really sorry.
No, you're good.
Discord.
Yeah,
it reminds me of what happened with Steam Greenlight. Every idiot child thinking they can make a game and place it on there just created a lot of shovelware, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I find it kind of hard to say that it's oversaturated with bad stuff because even like in the earlier years, there's still not a lot of machinima content in comparison to other mediums. It's always been a more niche like animation form.
That kind of gets to something I was going to say too, is that the IPs associated with the machinima, whether or not that's relevant to the story being told,
aren't popular anymore.
Yeah, because machinima as an art form really took off with Halo 3.
Because of how big Halo 3 was at the time. And of course we can't talk about machinima without the big one, Red versus Blue, which shoved the art form into the mainstream, or at least as close to the mainstream as it's ever going to get.
I still find it amazing that you can go into any Walmart, go to the anime section, and pick up a DVD copy of the latest Red vs. Blue movie.
It's crazy.
As of a while ago, I don't think it's still on the shelves. I haven't been in that section.
You can find Ruby, I know that, but that's not a machinima.
That's a proper anime.
Yeah.
But still,
right.
But yeah.
All right, guys. I think it's time for me to depart.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good place to wrap up. So, that was the inaugural episode of The Roundtable. I think that went pretty well. I think I can upload this.
Yeah.
Of course you can. You don't even need to edit this. And also, you survived. That's important.
I did. Yeah, no, those habanero and ghost pepper, Easy fucking knew what he was talking about with saving those for last.
I'll let you think what you're gonna do next.
I might not Reaper. I get the Reaper sauce.
I don't think I'm gonna have a gag. This was very impromptu. It's just like, hey, I got hot sauces in the cupboard. I need to try.
It's good first episode hook, I guess.
Just wing it.
Yeah. I'll just
that one hurt me physically.
Hey, topic for next time, everybody go watch when it comes out John Wick 3, and we'll talk about that.
I haven't even seen the previous 2 John Wicks.
I haven't either.
Oh, you're in for a treat. They're great movies.
I thought it came out already.
I didn't even know they were making one.
All right.
You're breathtaking.
Oh my god.
You're all breathtaking.
That's a topic for the next episode.
Yeah, anyway.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was a blast.
Yeah, that's great. Have a great one, everyone.
It was.
Always a pleasure. Catch you later.
Build a bag of dicks.
I'm going to bring this tradition back from... Fuck. I'm going to bring this tradition back from the first 2 seasons. Okay, bye. Hey folks, Softboy Mark here from CNCP. Hey look, new show. We're back. CNCP is back on track. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Roundtable. If you're new here, join us on Creators Network. If you're the creative type, whether that be an artist, animator, machinima director, mod author, whatever. We got something for you there, so be sure to join up if you haven't already. The invite link is in the description. If you'd like to join us on the Roundtable or be featured in the CN Spotlight, all you gotta do is DM me, James Autumn, or ActionFighter11 on our Discord. Hope to see you there, and as always, hope you have a great one.